Video blog.
Hey guys, this is Tim from Twice Circled, and welcome to episode 26 of the official Megaquarium video blog. Right, where we left off, we had just managed to finally get this shark into our aquarium, but we had kind of let a lot of the rest of our management stuff fall by the wayside. So I think in this episode we're going to have to do a little bit of tidying up, make sure our aquarium is running as efficiently as possible, and and then after that we're going to try and min-max it, see if we can get our guest rating as high as possible, and maybe unlock the rest of the fish. I mean, we've unlocked, gosh, all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the fish. So let's see if we can get those in this episode. Okay, so a couple of things that I noticed when watching back the last episode. I hadn't actually fully connected this backspace because I'd left a little, because these filters actually block where the staff can walk. So that would have been making it a little less efficient. And also, we've now got this issue of water quality here. Wow, that's going way low. So, is this the biggest filter that we get? No, we can actually have a bigger one. So let's... Oh, not enough money. Oh, God. Bane of my existence. Okay, let's just watch a day to start with, and let's just see how it goes. Do we have all the staff now? We do, yeah. And are all of them assigned somewhere? No. Okay. Verity is still... she's just assigned to... She's assigned to everything, so she could probably be made more efficient. Do we have enough for this filter? We do. Okay. And then this one, what we'll do is we'll just actually I forgot, you can't just put them down any old place. You have to actually put them next to something. Gosh, I've not really been watching the staff. Let's just keep an eye out for what gets fed and what doesn't get fed. Okay, lots of filters to clean, but is this Fred? Yeah, Fred's been doing a good job. Okay, everybody's fed. Alright, let's just pause there. So, we have a bit of an overcrowding problem. And I think this is because Mars, our Emperor Angelfish, has fully grown now. And that's just pushing this just over the top. Which is a shame, actually, because we want these two change colour ones together. What do you do, Neptune? You are just striking. Which actually isn't super necessary. So I think he's the obvious candidate to move out. Let's put him in with... Oh gosh, he's not very happy. Must have left him unfed or something. Oh, look at this. A beautiful little floating bubble there. Lovely little bug for everybody to see. That's probably fixed because I've not seen that in the current dev version of the game. I've not seen this happening, so that's probably already been fixed. Who knows? It might fix itself if once we unpause it. Okay, well, you know, we got so many points, as you know. Money is our real thing that's holding us back. So I think what we're going to try and do is we are just going to, this massive tank in the middle, we're going to try and do two things. We're going to put a huge shoal in it of the smallest fish possible, which is this one. In fact, yeah, it's either the King Demoiselle or the Azure Demoiselle. Actually, wait, let's just have a little look. There is the Mandarin Dragonette. It's also small, but doesn't like being with others of its own kind. Yeah, so it's going to have to be the damsels. So we're going to make a massive shoal in our shark tank, because I think that'll look quite cool. Currently, it's this one. This is our biggest shoal, but it's not very efficient because you need these are all size 4. So I think we should do it with one of these two. I guess we'll just go for this one because I think this one ends up with a slightly higher stat eventually. But also what we want to do is just put loads of different fish in this one because it's a tank that nearly everybody's going to see because it's got loads of viewing positions, and it's relatively early in our aquarium. So let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And also let's see if we can squeeze in a few of these others. Let's put Regal Tang in there. Oh, let's unite Nemo and Dory. Let's put a clownfish in too. Now this is almost certainly gonna, when everybody grows up, this is gonna be over capacity. But screw it. Let's just go for it. Could put a Dragonette in too. Needs a very high water quality. But we've got loads of space on this. I think what we're going to do is let's put multiple filters on this tank as well. It's not going to look pretty, but... Oh, not enough money. Okay, we might have to leave it there for a bit. And don't worry about these guys not getting fed. You get a free pass the day that you buy people. If they don't get fed that day, it's okay. Just in case you do what I've just done, which is add a load of fish just before the day ends. We still got this issue here. Never mind. Brine shrimp. Oh god, but these guys, they want shelter. That's not so good. Okay, we need to put some shelter in this tank, clearly. Must be pretty scary to be in a tank with a shark and not have anywhere to hide. Okay, let's see what our guest rating's doing. Okay, did go up. Largest animal, 10. That's pretty good. That's probably our emperor angelfish. Could be our shark, not sure. And then, interestingly, we don't have largest shoal. That's strange. How many of these do we have? We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. That's definitely a big enough shoal to get large shoal points. Alright, maybe not enough people saw it. Oh, of course it's the average, and some of the people wouldn't have seen it. Oh god, look at our money, because once we refilled all of our food. Oh wow, okay. So we can't afford anything. Right, and our dragonet I think needs live copepods. These are expensive. Oh yeah, we may have expanded a little quick there. And look, you've got a queuing problem here. Basically, yeah, basically because there's only one square here. People are struggling to get through, so yeah, this is not well designed. We could be really cheeky and do something like this. Knock this wall out, and then just use this item box to block it. That's like really ugly aquarium design, but actually quite effective. Alright. We need... I mean, we could put loads of different scenery in here too. That'd be another way of just... I mean, these are quite cheap, but we really do need some more food. That's another thing we can do just to boost our points, just put loads of scenery in here. But yeah, we need more people to come in, because that dragonet's not going to get fed. Making a hell of a lot of points though. You see, now, even though this is still quite high water quality, it's not quite high enough for our... Oh. You're thriving, even though you didn't get fed today. Yeah. I think I fixed that actually. Okay, so we need to sort out this water quality. We have a series of issues with people not getting fed. Most of them is this big tank. Now, I was really stuck basically because we didn't have much money. So, wow, look at that. What did I say, guys, about min-maxing this thing? So we just added loads of new fish, which has massively increased our variety. We've also now got larger shoal, which has given us an extra 16. And now we've exploded into this this next level, which is, this is unlocked today, okay? So we now have 2.5 people turning up per hour, and that's now 28 per guest, which is pretty good. That's actually, you know, a 25% increase in income basically just there with the guest entrance rate. So although some of our guys are starving, some might say, you know, it's worth it in the long game. Okay, now what we're really looking to do is just get enough money to get some of these feeding things out. So live copepods, we definitely need these. You know what? Let's make a little. This is a bit weird. You can actually, like, because it's not, you're actually allowed to like do this if you really want to, but I'm not going to because it will look really horrible. This is going to be basically just a little food store. So what we need here is live copepods. Not enough money still, right? Of course. Come on, people come in. Okay, and we've also got an issue with brine shrimp. Sure, there's some brine shrimp somewhere. We really not done any brine shrimp yet. 75, that's not too bad. Okay, alright, well everyone can get fed now. Now, should we just make Verity do this one? Let's make her do to be fair, Fred's doing fine on all the cleaning tasks, so we just make Verity do feeding. We'll create a new zone, which is this tank here. And now there's so many different fish there, she can just do that and nothing else. Where is she? She's just here. You know what though, she's going to have a long walk unless I give her some more food boxes to work with. So, what's this one? Oh, it's a shame. So that's the crabs, that's fine. Got the brine shrimp, got that. Yeah, no, she's got everything she needs now. And eventually oh yeah, we got this spare filter, don't we? That's a good idea. Let's put this filter on there. Look at this. It's like it's so crowded here. So this is really interesting. I've never seen this before. This is actually a really interesting gameplay moment for me as the developer, which is that I've talked in the past about this pseudo crowding mechanic I have, which is that, you know, they don't kind of like push up against each other, but basically they try to move into sectors, these little kind of areas, and if there's no basically the game is split up into little rectangular sectors, and if there's no spare places to stand, they won't enter the sector. They'll just wait, or they'll try and go back. And so basically what happened there was people viewing this tank, there was people viewing this tank, and people viewing this tank. So there was only really 1 or 2 spare spaces in this little bit of corridor for people to kind of like move through. And so yeah, it just got really crowded, and then you had people here basically just standing there, not being able to do anything, not viewing anything. So you've got to be really careful if you have a big tank like this that takes a lot of time to view because there's so much great stuff in there. Then you've got to think about actually giving more space. Basically having this corridor 3 wide would really be a good idea. But what's quite cool is this is an issue that I've only run into because the number of guests entering my aquarium has gone up so much. I mean, we're now at, I think it starts at about over half or 1 or something like that. So we're you know, 250%. Is that right? Yeah, 250% of maybe where it started. Possibly 500% if it started at half. 5 times as many people arriving per day. Right. Still got a water quality problem, but we've just added another filter. Hopefully that'll be enough. That's going to go up to 87, which should be fine. You are fine as long as it goes above 80. Mars was not fed, which is surprising. Okay, we're going to have another little look. And we got 2 demoiselles. I'm surprised by that as well, but then again, Verity wasn't assigned until the end. I mean, gosh, we never added that shelter, did we? Alright. Money-wise, we did pretty well. Food costs, wow. Oh no! Oh guys, what the hell happened? Wow, that was a really huge knockdown. That's amazing, the difference. I think that was because of that crowding issue we had. Oh man, that was really bad. I mean, I'd love to buy some shelter. This only costs 10. And when a few people enter... Oh, I keep using space instead of... There we go. Come on. Okay, there is some shelter in there. I'd like to add some more scenery here, but we just don't have the money. Right now, what I'm thinking is we need to move this whole set of tanks backwards. Now, that's not actually going to be that expensive. It is free to move stuff, so really it is just a case of that's all it's going to cost. So we can do that now, actually. We're going to go into negative when we have to pay for the food, but it's worth it. I'm just going to wait till these guys' jobs have been done because I don't want to mess them up. All right, there we go. So we can do that. I thought about this for a long time, whether I was going to allow... now this is interesting, because we're placing this filter on top of Dante, he should just jump out the way when we drop this. I thought a long time about whether I was going to have... whether you could move tanks, because, you know, part of me thought in a real aquarium you can't move tanks, but I do think people... It's unrealistic, but I do think it adds quite a lot to the strategy that you can do this sort of stuff, you know? Let me know what you think in the comments, actually, whether you think that's a good idea or not. That was actually surprisingly cheap, moving that all back, whereas in real life, oh my god, that'd be so expensive. But you know, games are supposed to be fun, and actually I think part of the fun in this game is probably rearranging your aquarium and shifting it as the game goes on, and working out what works best. So hopefully that'll give a bit more space for people to get round, and we won't have that issue in the last one where people just didn't see, I think, a lot of the stuff in the aquarium. I mean, gosh, they're getting stuck here. We need people to come and see these things. It's 2 o'clock already. Come on, go, go, go. It's almost too much in this tank, you know, because basically people spend longer looking at a tank the more stuff that's in it. It's interesting. I mean, maybe we need to, like, front load it a bit more. I mean, we have Pedro over here. Can Pedro fit in this tank? Pedro is size 5. How big is this one? This one's almost got space for Pedro. I mean, yeah, these guys, I mean, he's only one fish, but he's still a bit of extra variety. It would be nice to have him earlier. We have way too many, like, azure demoiselles, you know. This is just, like, crazy. We did this to gain lots of points, but we don't even want points now, you know. I'm wondering if we should just sell a lot of our identical fish, you know. Like, let's get rid of all the king demoiselles, because we've got those in the main tank. These azures, I mean, we don't need that guy. You know, what we're aiming for is almost like one of each. I mean, let's move Flash over here. You know, the game won't always be like this, but, like, just for this vlog, what I'm doing is I always like to play a game the way it currently is, you know, because it's kind of a bit difficult to alter your playstyle to using imagined rules. So what I'm doing here is I know that by far the best way of getting guest rating at the moment, and it won't always be like this, is just having a large variety. So I'm just going to kind of move things around. I mean, you know, we should totally, let's get Pedro over here. What does Pedro eat? For the record, in the latest version of the game, this is shown on the actual fish. You don't have to go here. Live mysis shrimp, so that, right, this is this one. I like embedding them in the wall. That's nice and efficient, so they don't have to kind of like zigzag around it. All right, we'll just do that for now. I think Pedro's already been fed, so it's not too bad. We're coming towards the end of the day. It's the last thing that needs feeding. Oh god, he didn't actually quite make it. Damn. Tank 10. It's going up, don't worry. Oh, he's actually not got the low. Who needs the highest water quality? Is it him? Wow, it's actually the shark. Wow, okay. Estimated final water quality. Oh no, too many people have grown. Oh, and there's overcrowding. Oh dear. Okay, everyone but Mars got fed. Okay. Alright, that's more like it. Alright, something good happened. I'm not sure if that was a result of what I did, or if this time... Yeah, was that the... I'll have to watch that back. Was that the... I didn't feel like opening this up made that much difference. I was really worried not enough people were coming around here. But I do think now I'm looking at these just have fish that people have already seen, so it's not even a big deal. You've got a groupo. It'd be good to show that to people. Anyway, this place is overcrowded. I think we're just going to have to sell a couple of our weakest guys. I mean, it's not such a large shoal, but I think that's more important. Okay, let's go. Let's watch we're going to watch our staff really carefully this time. So Dante is the one that has to feed here. Let's just watch, make sure that his jobs go real smooth. And just Rachel, interestingly, came over here. So what's Rachel doing at the moment? Rachel doesn't actually have that much to do. We've moved a lot of the fish out of here. Alright, we're going to give Rachel this tank as well. So after she's done these, if she wants to do that as well, she can. Okay. And also keep an eye on how well the guests move around. We've actually got a lot less guests today because we lost a load of rating. Whoa, what are you doing? Huh, that was weird. You went in here instead of there. Is that really closer? That surprises me. And then you're going here. I mean, this isn't great. It would have been nice if they'd taken care of this one first. Look, Rachel's already done all of hers. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's really interesting. There is a subtle thing going on there. which means that Dante's taking an awful long time just to feed, just to do the omnivore stuff. I think, I mean, let's face it, let's just, he's just going to pick up some more here, and that's fine, but now I'm going to move this here, because he comes to this tank first, and then he wastes so much time coming over here. Someone made the suggestion that staff should only use the item boxes that are in their zone, and I'm thinking about it at the moment, but I think it's a pretty cool idea, if I'm honest. I think that would give you some nice fine-tuned control over which item boxes they go to, and so in this circumstance I could have told him to use this one. But then again, you got to ask yourself that they will always use the closest item box, so you do have to kind of ask yourself, if they're using the other item box, then surely that's going to save them time anyway, you know, because closer is closer, you know, they just count the squares. So I don't know. I need to give that some thought, whether that's worth it or not. In this circumstance, I'm trying to work out, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe actually the issue with this was that the algorithm is a bit wrong. They should actually be... I have the feeling the way it works is it actually looks for which is closest to the target tank. So maybe it was doing a kind of as like from here rather than from here. I have to look at how that one's calculated, because that does look wrong. Basically, it looks like he should have gone there, but he didn't. So that's something slightly different. That's not necessarily, that's more of a bug than an issue with the systems. Okay, Verity didn't actually manage to... Oh yeah, oh god, people are growing up. This is still having problems. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, Balthazar wants an anemone. Anemone. Oh right, that's spelled wrong, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's fixed in the... Maybe not actually, I don't think I have fixed that. Let me make a note of that. I'm always misspelling that. I was sure that it was spelt the other way, with that way that you can see there, for months. And I only got corrected on this like a month ago, and I was like, oh gosh. Okay, so what we're going to have to fix, let's remember, what we're going to have to fix is we need to add another filter to this tank. We're going to have to actually remove some more people because people are growing up. We always knew this was going to happen. And also people are not getting fed, which I'm surprised by, because basically all Verity is having to do is go backwards and forwards here. So we're going to have to watch her as well. And we'll see if Dante goes a bit quicker this time. So I think the problem is he's grown up. So he's taken up a load more space in this tank. Look at that. Ooh, that is a proper shark. We might have to lose the shoal. The shoal's not worth that many points, to be honest. It's kind of... I actually think what I'm going to do is have to make the shoal like give you like exponentially more more points the bigger it gets, because actually it's in direct conflict with animal variety, having to have lots of the same. So I actually think it's harder to do than I realised, and it therefore should be rewarded with additional points. I think that's quite interesting. Alright, so we're going to watch one more day, and then I'm going to have to leave it there, guys. We didn't quite manage to get all of them in. I'm actually still having fun, so I was thinking of making this the last one, but I'm not actually going to, because we still haven't got an eel, a seahorse, or a cowfish. This isn't going to be the last part in this playthrough, but we are just going to do one more day for this particular playthrough. Sorry, this particular part, this vlog. Okay. Oh yeah, we're going to add we finally have a bit of money as well. What we're going to do is replace this, sell it, with a big one. Because the bigger they are, the less times they need to be cleaned. Well, sorry, let me put this another way. It's better to have one big filter than two small ones, because you have to clean them more often. But the bigger ones cost a lot more per filter power. Okay, so Dante seems to be, you know, doing a relatively good job. Now we have the issue, which is Rachel started here rather than here, so we now have the issue that she might not actually do these in time, but no, she has. I mean, I'm wondering if this is even worth having. These are worth so little points. Screw it, let's just sell these guys. Oh, I just sold a filter, never mind. It's just worthless, you know. These aren't adding anything. They're just wasting my staff time, costing me food, People are barely seeing them anyway. We'll put a new tank there. We'll put something massive there. How are we doing for time? 4 o'clock. Just a little bit of nori to go. And come on, Verity's done that too. And is this coming up? Ah, ending on a high, guys. There we go. And we're not even in debt. That's a much better day summary. Lots of thriving fish. Like I've done my. You can tell I was on a bit of a divine naming theme. Got a Venus this time, the Roman name for the god of love. We've already got an Aphrodite in the aquarium. Anyway, the only issue this time was this poor water quality, but as we saw, this is now being fixed, almost. Well, gosh, it's not actually quite going to be fixed. So we're going to have to add one more little filter to that one. We have more points than we can shake a stick at, so additional balance required. Oh, let's just give them another big one. That's fine. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how my aquarium's looking. And on that note, I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.